Hello and welcome to the Alternative Car Show. Today we're at the 6r4.net Action Day.
Hi, Jamesy.
Later in the show we catch up with none other than Guy Martin.
I've got this Mini, I've had it for years, but I've sold it a few times and it's come back. Anyway, it's never really been out on track since it was rebuilt, and there's a long story to it.
But first, this. Stick around till the end of the show, because at the end we're going to reveal the car under the covers behind me, and next month I am going to tell you the full story from the insiders, because I worked at the factory that made them.
My name is Adam Keeler from Harrogate, North Yorkshire. This is my MG Metro 6R4. Originally it was built by RED in Widnes. It was one of their rally cars. It was actually the backup car for Di Llewellyn. Should anything happen to Di's car, this was going to be used. Consequently, it was then sold on to private hands where it was rallied. But then with the demise of Group B, like a lot of these cars, it went into rallycross. And then it was rallycrossed famously by Tiffany Dell, the TV presenter, who used it in the 1989 British Grand Prix as well. And then on, it went to Scandinavia, and I bought it 10 years ago from Scandinavia and found out its history. It's done a lot of work in a lot of different colours, but it's full spec engine, gearbox, everything. It's a nice bit of kit.
If I'm correct, this didn't get the full Will Gollop treatment, did it? It didn't get the turbos and so on.
No, the turbos was Will Gollop's car, which is virtually identical. When I introduced Will to the car 10 years ago, he asked me certain questions about the car before he saw it, i.e. does it have the aluminium sills? Yes it does. Does it have the big aluminium sump guard at the back of the engine bay? Yes it does. So he confirmed that yes, he had actually built it for that event. Being rallycross car, all the oil coolers and dry sump tank were taken from the back and into the front. Should it have a rear ender, it would be the end of the event and end of the engine. So yeah, so it's and when Tiff drove it, it was right-hand drive, but as you can see, 20-30 years ago it was converted to left-hand drive, which it's still to this day left-hand drive.
But that's all part of the story of the car, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I have been criticised for not putting it back to right-hand drive, but really at the end of the day, 30 years of its 40-year history as a left-hand drive car in Scandinavia, where everyone seems to know the car. So yeah, it's just part of the history.
It won't be as quick as the Focus, but it'll be louder.
No, mate. I'm all for the experience, mate.
Do you still rally it now? Everything's in date. I can still do it, yeah. I haven't done one for about 18 months or so.
Hi Guy, you're here at the 6r4.net event. What?
Yeah, track day.
Yeah.
Well, my mate Duncan Cowper got us, because to be honest I didn't know it was happening, so we're sort of all right with work. Harvest hadn't started yet, so I've got this Mini, I've had it for years, but I've sold it a few times and it's come back. Anyway, it's never really been out on track since it was rebuilt, and there's a long story to it. Albanian drug dealers, and there's a long story to this car.
Wow.
Anyway, but in the state that it's in now, it's not really been driven, so today it's sort of maiden voyage really, because I thought, oh, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it just to, yeah, make a bit of room in the shed and fund the next project. But I just drove it today. I think it's mint. So yeah. Thank very much for letting us on. And then I've got a ripping
You've been out with Dan?
Yeah, I went out with Dan, and then I've been out with Max McRae in the Focus, and then I've been out in a passenger seat in a 6R4. So yeah, what a day, mate. It's been mega. It's been mega. Thanks, so thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh well, thank you for coming, and
No.
you know, I'll let you know when this is on the channel.
Sounds good, mate. No worries. Thank you. Top man.
The car behind me is a Panther Solo 2. Next month, I'm going to tell you the story of that car. And this is not a Wikipedia story. This is not a Google search story. This is not a magazine story. I was there. That the car had been driven quite quickly on a country road. It had gone into a ditch, flipped over a hedge, done a few more barrel rolls and landed on its wheels. The centre tub was so strong that the doors opened without any problems whatsoever and the occupants got out without a scratch. Now, on this legitimate test drive, it turned out that the accident happened about 8:30 in the evening. There was a young chap driving with a young lady in the passenger seat, and strewn around the car, and some of them were still in the car when it came back to the factory, were the clothes that presumably had just come back from the laundrette.